Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Yeah, I haven't been here since Monday. Obviously, Tuesday was a small slate, so I didn't do that. But yeah, finally Wednesday is finally a relatively big slate. Yeah, we've just been having a lot of very small slates, so finally gonna have a big one here. Um, Thursday, I don't think it's too big, and then Friday is always half decent. So, anyway, we still did play as normal for premium. That is what we do. And it was another really good night for us last night. 350 and a 338 was my scores I gave out for premium. Yeah, definitely not too bad there. Here's one of our subs, only put in $52 and won 147 off that, so definitely not too bad. Keep in mind, guys, it's only $40 for the month, so he made back his money easily there just in one night, and he's been doing it for a while. So yeah, definitely not too bad last night. Like I said, there $350, $60 entry, $255 winnings. The other one here as well. Sorry, we gotta look here real quick. All right, sorry, $78, 255, and then this one here, 78 and 246. So definitely won some very good money on those two lineups. So yeah, easily making their money back here. A little less betting, but still won $45 on that one. Another one here, won $50 there, and definitely not too bad here. Played some double ups and 50-50s and didn't do too bad either. So, yeah, like I said, once again, another very good night for us. Last night, Booker definitely put us over the top there. He did very good for us. I guess we can just quickly go through one of the lineups. Here's the 338. I don't have the other one here. Anyway, got Dennis Smith Jr. 33. I doubled it up on Farrell because Berea's out. Booker 67. I went with Gary Harris. Denver was going small, so I really like Gary Harris here. 45 for him. Jackson sucked at 15. Turner, he sucked, but that helped me get in Davis, which is all right. He got me a 75. Powell, he did what he was supposed to at 19, and Towns at 38. So the other one, like I said, did a little bit better there. That one had Aminu in it, Wilson Chandler, Butler. So couple different guys there. So anyway, yeah, once again, a very good night for us. As normal, guys, if you guys want to get in on some PGA as well, it starts early Thursday morning. Yeah, that's kind of how I did last night. Scored a 575, and the other one was a 549. So very good for golf. Would love to have you guys on board. We did raise the price just for $2, so it's $10 now for two lineups. So, but as I told you, it's a span of 4 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is golf. So, would love to have you guys on board as normal, doing a lot of research for golf. Already have a couple people signed up, so definitely would love to have you. It's $10, as that's nothing. Easily you can make that back. So yeah, definitely would love to have you guys as normal. Month price for NBA is $40. As I just showed you with those screenshots, everyone easily tripled and quadrupled their money last night. So easily make that back as normal. That's what we do NBA. I am ranked in the top 200 in the entire world on NBA as normal. So I do know what I'm doing for sure. To get in on our lineups, check out our website at knamafia.net as normal. Go there. We'll give you step-by-step instructions to get signed up. We'll also have our website in the comment section for you. And as normal, as I keep telling you, you will have to have a Twitter to access our lineup. So definitely keep that in mind. So, yeah, a little small 4-game slate yesterday, but it was a good one. And today, looking not too bad either. We do have a couple injuries, though. I do this early in the morning, around 6 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. So, obviously, a lot of things do change. But for the most part, it's not looking too bad. We got some relatively good ones. We got a couple low totals, but those low totals, they're relatively close games. So yeah, definitely not minding this slate. So let's hit it off here. We got Washington, Charlotte. We got a 212 total in Charlotte only by 1, so that should be a good one here. A couple injuries in this one, not too many. We got Frank the Tank. I saw him go down. He turned that ankle pretty good. Markieff Morris, he's hurt as well. So anyway, I really don't mind Marvin Williams here. When last time Kaminsky got hurt, which was last game, he didn't do too bad. 26-5 and last 3 30, 32 and 26 in his last 3. Playing bigger minutes. Plus, if Frank is hurt, that's going to help him out. Three straight games in double-digit points. Wizards, they're not the worst team against power forwards, but obviously he's been playing extended minutes. Plus, if Frank the Tank is out, that's definitely going to help Marvin Williams. So 4,400, I think he's a steal for you. I think you can easily lock him in there. Helps you get some of your big boys in there. Don't mind Howard as normal if you want to put him in there. Otto Porter, don't mind him. Kelly Oubre, actually, one of my cheaper plays I like. $4,600 should get you around 25 to 26 at low ownership. Like I said, he hasn't been doing too bad. 24 and 26, and his minutes are usually relatively good there. So if you need to go that way, I don't mind Oubre. Not the best option, but his ownership should be very low. So if you're looking for 24, 25, maybe go that way. Otto Porter, maybe 28 to 30. I really don't mind Beal, Batum. Don't really care for Batum, but I don't mind Beal. John Wall for sure, like him. And maybe a little bit of Walker there, but obviously, as we know, Wall is a very good defender. So I'm looking at Wall, Beal in this one. Maybe a little bit of Otto Porter. Don't mind Oubre there, as I said, for a cheaper small forward. Really, really like Marvin Williams. Probably my favorite pick from this game if Frank Kaminsky is out. And definitely do not mind some Howard. Gortat maybe get you 23, 24 as well. So overall, I really don't mind this game. Obviously, it's the early one, but shoot, man, 2 or 3 in this one. Relatively good total and only a 1.5 spread, so should be a good one. All right, another good one. Got to land in New Orleans. We'll see what's going on here with New Orleans. Maybe Davis and Cousins come out with a little bit of fatigue here. They did go to overtime there last night against Boston, so they could come out with a little bit of fatigue, or maybe they rest. I don't think they're going to rest, but definitely keep that in mind. They might be more, especially Davis, might be more injury prone here because of fatigue. We'll see. We got a 220 total in New Orleans by 2. I don't know. I feel like Atlanta could beat them here, just as I told you, that fatigue. Anyway, I got Dennis Schroeder. I really don't mind him. Rondo, maybe 23, 24. Holiday had a very good game, had 48 last night against a very good defense. I like him here once again. Kent Bazemore, I think I have to have him. One of those guys that does pretty good against teams that aren't good against defending his position. And he's been looking good. Had bad one against Denver, but besides that, been looking relatively pretty good here. So 5,700 for Kent Bazemore. Really don't mind him there. Shooting guard, Prince should play. Moore's been playing a little bit better, so I don't mind that. As I told you, Davis, he might have a little fatigue, but if you don't think he's going to have that, maybe put him in there. John Collins, maybe he does a little better here. Foul trouble is, kind of there for him. I always worry about that. Minutes are just terrible, so maybe if you want to go that way. Let's go look at the center position here. And then you got Cousins if you want to put him in there. One guy I really do like in this one, 5,100. I think he's in a very good spot. It's Dwayne Dedmon. He is probable to play. And 5,100, I really don't mind him. 26 and 29 his last 2, just coming back from injury. Should get you around 25, 26 minutes in this one, maybe around 24 to 30 fantasy points in this one. I think he easily gets you a double-double. I do like what he brings to this Hawks team. So, yeah, don't mind Dedmon. As I told you, Cousins and Davis, that's up to you if you want to go that way. They are in good spots, but that fatigue is a little bit of an issue to me personally. Drew Holiday and Bazemore, don't mind those two. So I guess I'm looking at Schroeder, Holiday, Bazemore, Dedmon, and then Cousins, Davis. That is up to you guys, and that's kind of what I'm looking at. So 220 total with only a 2 spread. That should be a good one. It should be a popular game as well. So definitely pick and choose who you want in that one. All right, moving on. A little bit slower game, but should be a half-decent one here as well. Brooklyn and San Antonio. San Antonio actually has been playing a lot closer games than normal, and I think Brooklyn can do half-decent here. Let me go look. San Antonio just played a team. I think it was Brooklyn. I'm not sure. No, they played Atlanta. My bad. All right. Anyway, Leonard's going to be back. Yeah, I don't mind him. Hopefully, he's 100% here. Carroll, usually don't like him, but I don't mind him here against Leonard. Both of them are very good defensive players. Maybe Carroll gets you 26, 27 at very low ownership. Danny Green, usually never mention him, but he's looked half decent the last game. Same thing, came back from injury. 28 minutes against Atlanta. Got you 26.9. So maybe if you get you 23, 24 at very low ownership, maybe 3 or 4% owned. Point guard, don't really care for those dudes. Aldridge, I think he should have a good game in this one. And Pau Gasol getting play, I don't really see anyone that I care for. So I guess look at Aldridge, Leonard, maybe some Carroll there. Anderson maybe coming off the bench. Danny Green a little bit. So maybe one, maybe two in this one, but should be like a 199, maybe a 200 total. So not too into that game. Obviously, some better games out there. All right, moving on. We got Detroit and Toronto, 213 in Toronto by 8.5. So I'm not really into this game. I know it's a high total, but personally don't really care for it. So we got Lowry. He came back. He did okay. Got ejected. Smith and maybe DeLon Wright. He's still been doing half decent, so maybe put him in there. DeRozan, yeah, don't mind him. If Bradley and Kennard are both out for some reason, or maybe go Reggie Bullock. Not the best matchup for him, but helps him out a little bit on the usage. Nothing too crazy, but gives him a little bit of a boost. He's been up and down, as you see there. As I told you, not really a good matchup, so might get you 21, 22. Siakam, I told you guys, if he got his minutes, he would be a half-decent pick here. And he didn't do too bad. Definitely got some minutes last game. 29 minutes, 21.7 fantasy points. So he did come through at 3,900 last time he was there. Harris, he's been shooting a buttload of shots, but just don't really care for this one. Maybe Valanciunas might have a decent game. Drummond's just way too much for me. So I guess if you have to consider, maybe consider DeRozan and I guess maybe Bullock, but not really into it. Like I said, I know it's a high total, but it's an 8 spread. Just don't care for that game. All right, this should be a good one here, actually. Chicago and Golden State, no total with the Draymond Green news. But, should honestly be a good game here. We got Curry, obviously, put him in there. You got Dunn. I like him. Klay Thompson, maybe Holiday. Levine still limited minutes, but he had a good game last time out. As normal, don't mind Durant. I think Valentine maybe 24-25 in this one. If Green and Iguodala are out, I really don't mind some Jordan Bell. Should get the start there for sure. Let me go look at Draymond. Okay, so he's still questionable, so nothing updated for him. Marketing, as normal, very good spot. Mirotic, don't mind him. And then maybe, who knows, maybe Lopez, but So I'm looking at marketing and maybe a little bit of Nicole Mirotic. As I told you, if Green is out, I mean, you got to put Bell in there, I think. Durant. Valentine could be an interesting option there. Maybe Clay, he loves to shoot the ball. Chicago defense sucks, so that might help him. And then obviously got Curry and Dunn. So another game, just pick and choose who you want. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy out of hand. It's probably around a 225, 226 total in Golden State, probably by about 10 or 12, depending on that news. But still, I do think Chicago has enough value guys there to hit value for sure. So, definitely like that one. All right, Miami, Milwaukee, a 202 in Milwaukee by 4. All right, so last time Milwaukee played, Giannis went off. I told you guys it was up to you if you guys wanted to bank on his last time he played Washington. I took a shot on him, and, man, it was a good decision. 20 rebounds, man, that is huge for him. Obviously, every time he plays Washington, he does good against them. So, they're on a little bit of a road trip, had a couple home games. But anyway, they are back here in Milwaukee. Don't mind him, but I don't know if I really need him tonight. Middleton, don't mind him. Tyler Johnson is probably not going to play, so that helps Dragic a little bit. That helps Ellington just a little bit as well. Brogdon, he's getting up there. I don't know if I need to pay for him, but I really don't mind Dragic once again. Johnson being out, that helps him. Ellington maybe just a little bit there. Richardson maybe 23, 24. Kelly Olynyk, he's been looking half decent as well. And then you got Hassan Whiteside. So one of those games, maybe one, maybe two. Dragic is probably the first guy I'm looking at, and maybe Whiteside, but nothing too crazy. I said maybe look at Ellington, maybe look at Richardson, but nothing too crazy. I don't think you need Middleton or Giannis in this one. So for the most part, probably going to be passing on that game. All right, another good one here, but we got a couple injuries. We got Lakers and OKC. So like I said, should be hopefully a good game here. Ball, he looks like he's not going to play, so that's going to hurt him a little bit. And Ingram looks like he should play. So maybe if you want to take a shot with Clarkson here, $3,900. Like I said, he's been up and down. Maybe if Ball's out, Clarkson gets a couple more minutes. As you see, his minutes have just been everywhere. So who knows? Maybe he gets a half decent points. If he starts, I think you have to put him in there for 3,900. But I don't know what's going on with Walton and everything. He just has crazy rotations. Paul George, I think he's just too cheap. I think you got to put him in there. If Ball's out, I don't like Ingram. Ball movement's not as good. If Larry Nance is out as well, that just helps out quite a bit. Kuzma, I like him, and I kind of like Brook Lopez if Kuzma is out. If Larry Nance is out. As normal, this guy only plays 17, 18 minutes, but he could be maybe a deep GPP option for you. As I said, he's been trash, but maybe he gets you 23, 24. He could do that. He loves to shoot the three ball. Steven Adams, price went down a little bit, but I think he's a solid 33 to 35 guy for you. As we know, Lakers suck against the center position and, had a couple bad games, but besides that, he's been looking pretty good. So Adams, I think you can easily lock him in there. So, and I did forget about Carmelo. That's up to you. I don't really like touching the dude, but yeah, we got Adams. Maybe look at Randall. We got Kuzma for sure. Paul George, maybe a little bit of him. Clarkson, only if he really starts, or maybe we get news he gets extended minutes. We'll see there. I see this probably has nothing to do with it, but I see Gary Payton is a point guard now for the Lakers, and yeah, another game. Pick and choose who you want. This OKC, Chicago game, and Atlanta. Those are your three cash games here so far. Atlanta, we've got New York and Memphis at 203 and Memphis only by 2. So half decent game as well here. Let me go see. We got Jack, maybe put him in there. Harrison playing a little bit better. Evans, that's normal. Don't mind him. Tim Hardaway, a lot of us got screwed over by him. It was totally my fault. He was just coming back from injury, and it was a back-to-back, so that obviously they sit him, so that was totally my bad. I think he can be a half-decent spot here tonight. He should play. Evans, as I told you, don't mind him. Maybe Porzingis, nothing too crazy. I think Gasol's actually in a half-decent spot here. So maybe look at Gasol, another guy usually not high ownership. Maybe Porzingis, but not the greatest game for him at 9,100. Evans, I really like him. Tim Hardaway, as I told you, and maybe look at Jack or Harrison. So yeah, maybe one, maybe two. It's only 203 total, but it is only a 2 spread. I'm just briefly going over this, guys, and then we're going to get over here as I usually do and show you guys the top options. So if I'm going a little quick through it, we'll definitely get into it a little bit more. All right, moving on. We got Utah and Sacramento, 202, and Sacramento by 4. So they already said that they're going to be resting quite a bit of their veterans down the stretch, like George Hill. Sacramento is George Hill, Zebo, which they did last time out with no not telling anyone. Anyway, I don't mind Fox. Like I said, Hill may not play. We'll see. If he does, it will be low minutes. Mitchell, 8,100. I think maybe 37, 38 in this one. Just don't like touching Sacramento, to be honest with you. Joe Ingles sucked really bad. He only had like 2 points last game. Favors, I think he's in a good spot for you. If Scalabasier can't play, Willie Cauley, I don't mind him. Costa Kufis, maybe. He gets a little bit more playing time. But this is kind of a crap game. So I guess look at Willie Cauley and Favors as my 2 guys I'm looking at. But that's really it. Maybe give Mitchell a shot, maybe Fox. But, if we get news, maybe Hill and Randolph are both out again or really low minutes, maybe consider a couple more Sacramento guys. But for now, just don't really care for that one. All right, last but not least, Denver and LA. We got should be a relatively good high-scoring game here. No total on this one. If you guys saw that last one, Griffin got in a little bit of a heated there with Paul and Ariza and everyone like that. So I'm not expecting anyone to be suspended in this one. If anyone is, hopefully they tell us before the game's out. But they usually tell you by now. Anyway, we got Milos Theodosic. I really actually like him in this one. $5,100. They're kind of playing him normal minutes here, obviously, as you guys know, coming back from that injury. But I like him in this one. Denver plays small. Minutes are, probably going to sit around 26, 27. But if he gets me 25, 30, 5,100, I will definitely take that from him. Jamal Murray, 67. He's playing a little better as well. Last two games actually been straight trash. I haven't picked him, so maybe not pick him for 6,700. Lou Williams, I think you got to put him in there. This dude's just been straight fire. Harris, really don't mind him either. If they put Wallace, maybe if they start Wallace again, which they might, maybe put him in there. If Jordan is out again right away, I don't think anyone's going to have him. But Wesley Johnson, 4,000. Picked him in the beginning of the year a lot when they were having injuries. But anyway, I think with Jordan out, they do start Johnson there at the small forward or power forward or somewhere around there. He's been looking half decent last couple games, 22 and 40 against Houston. Had a huge one there. Obviously not really an offensive guy, not really a guy that rebounds, but he gets a couple block shots and steals. Might get you 25, 26, but for $4,000, man, don't mind putting him in there only if he's in the starting rotation. So kind of my GPP pick of the day there. We got Griffin as normal. I really love him in this matchup for sure. Chandler might get you 23, 24. Picked him yesterday. And then obviously you can look at Woodbart and Harris. So just another game here. Pick and choose who you want. And, a game that I think I'm going to have quite a bit of players from. So, all right. So anyway, I went over it there. And here is your top options here for the day. Obviously, 100 score is the best you can get. 100 out of 100. Then obviously it goes down from there. So top players, these are all your big boys here. Westbrook, Cousins, Davis. As I told you with these two, they have very good matchups, but they are on a back-to-back. See, 38 minutes and 37 minutes, so that might wear them down a little bit, so keep that in mind. But, nevertheless, they are still very good options. I mean, I just mentioned all these guys are, up there. Schroeder, Holiday, I mentioned those guys. Adams, Marketing. Bazemore, I mentioned him. Green. Everyone I've mentioned here is mostly have very good ratings. So, Favors, I told you I liked him. Mirtic, maybe put him in there. Otto Porter, maybe 26, 27. Aldridge, not too bad there. Jokic, I think he'll actually be very low owned. I think he could be in a good spot here. He's been looking half decent as well. So that's kind of just a list of players that are looking half decent. Maybe if Green's out, David West plays an extra little minutes, might get you 22, 23 at only 3,700. That could be a good place filler there. So, yeah, that is kind of what they're looking at there as the top players. Let's go try and create your lineup. As normal, I'm just filling in guys. These guys aren't finalized or anything in my lineup. These are just kind of guys early on in the day that I'm looking at here. So I think you got to put in Mr. Westbrook. I personally really do like Milos Theodosic here. Small forward, I'm going to go put in Wesley Johnson. He's kind of my punt option here. I'm going to go put him in there. Let me go see. We got Griffin. I really like Griffin. I don't know if I can get him in there. Go plug him in there. We need someone relatively cheap. I'm going to go Marketing. Center position that drops us down just a little bit, 5,900. Kind of like Adams there, mid-range. Small forward. Got Kevin Durant. Obviously, we can get him in there. I'd love to have him. So I'm just going to put in Clarkson early on. Obviously, this could change, but hopefully he gets the start that helps me out a little bit. Maybe I can go put in Paul George. That definitely does lower me to 4,700. And I don't think there's really anything going on in this area. So maybe put in Green. Yeah, definitely gonna have to switch that up. But anyway, got Westbrook. I love him. Curry, Dunn, Schroeder. Really like Schroeder and Dragic there as well. And Theodosic, as I told you, I like him. Maybe 25 to 30. Lou Williams, I got to find a way to get him in there. He's usually not well owned here. Beal, Mitchell, Holiday, Thompson, Harris, Bazemore. I really like Bazemore. I didn't put him in there. And then, as I told you, if you think Ball's out and Clarkson's going to start, maybe put him in there. Green, maybe 24-25. Probably won't have him in my final, but he is there. Durant, I think you got to have him. If you can't get him, Paul George, not too bad of an option. And then, as I said, my kind of a GPP guy there is Wesley Johnson there. Hopefully he gets to start again. Power forward, Davis, if you want to put him in there, put him in there. I like Griffin should get you 45-50 in this one. Favors like him, really love marketing. Kuzma as well, if you want to go that way. Center position. Once again, you got Cousins, Jokic, don't mind him. Marc Gasol, very low ownership, think can get you 45-50. Adams, my mid-range kind of go-to guy there. Randall, maybe if you want to put him in there. Then maybe deep GPP with Lopez, maybe Costa Kufis if Scalaba Sierra is out. So there's definitely a lot of ways you can go here. To me, it's going to be a GPP night. Plug in 2 or 3 cheap guys and then just stack up for sure. So I really like in this slate. Hopefully you guys, if you guys aren't on board, would love to join us. As I told you, this was last night. Scored a 350 and a 338 there for premium. And like I said, subs did very, very good last night. As you see there, this guy went to 255 and then a 246 on the other one. $16 entry, $45 one, $50 on that one, and then 77 on that one. So yeah, guys. Anyway, we'd love to have you guys on board. And as I told you, golf is coming up Thursday morning. So I would love to have you guys on board. I think it starts at 7 a.m. Eastern time. I don't know. Hopefully they change their time because that makes no sense because the game, their PGA Tour is in California. And if they do it that way, it means it starts at 4 in the morning and sun isn't up until like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So hopefully they change that FanDuel. Same thing happened last week. They had start time very early, and obviously they're in Hawaii, so they messed up there. So hopefully they get that figured out because, lock shouldn't be until like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock Eastern time. So, like I said, we'd love to have you guys on golf there. Golf is $10 per the slate. You get 2 lineups per slate for FanDuel. Like I said, the slate lasts 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and ends on Sunday. NBA, as you guys know, $40 for the month, 3 to 4 lineups per day. As I said, I'm ranked top 200 in the entire world on FanDuel for NBA, so I do know what I'm doing. To get in on our lineups, check out our website at knamafia.net. We will have our website in the comment section as well. And as normal, you will have to have a Twitter to access our lineups. So if you guys are not on board yet, we'd love to have you guys definitely try us out, if you guys want to win some money. So that is it. Very good slate here for Wednesday. Really looking forward to it. So if I don't catch you guys on Thursday, which I may not, I'll definitely catch you guys on Friday. So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later.